What are your top tips for writing copy for LinkedIn?
Writing copy on LinkedIn. It is one of those things that people often underestimate because it's just writing. I hear that quote a lot. It's just writing. And I have a problem with that. I have a huge problem with that. It's not just writing, especially since we're talking about a shorter form piece of writing, piece of media, if you will. If we take, books and long form articles and even YouTube videos that are 10, 50 minutes long, those would be long form for me. A LinkedIn post caps out at around 3,000 characters. That's nothing. But even so, it is super long for most people. 3,000 characters, like having a person scroll down 4 or 5 times before they reach the bottom of a post, that is darn long for social media. So I have this whole philosophy, a whole set of approaches when it comes to LinkedIn and when it comes to writing online. And I'll just throw out some of them. So one of my biggest ones that people really love, just because the way I've named them, the way I've phrased them, is they rhyme. So one of the biggest ones that people love is, if there's too much copy, make it choppy. Now, what I mean by that is people love, for whatever reason, and this could be a consequence of just, I'm a teacher. This could be a consequence of how we were taught in schools, like essay writing. The goal in schools was always to hit that word count, right? The teacher will tell you, you need to have 500 words in your essay. And then you're like, henceforth, hitherto undreamt of, we will be pursuing these next steps in the growth of our company. And I'm like, what the hell did you just, what the hell does that even mean? Moving forward, we're focused on the growth of our company. There we go. That's the sentence. No extra words, nothing. So my whole thing with LinkedIn is, whenever you're writing super long sentences, especially if they span like across 2 or 3 lines, chop them up. Wherever there's too much text, wherever there's too much copy, make it choppy. Chop it up into smaller pieces. And in about 9 out of 10 cases, you actually can do this with ease, with almost zero rewriting. If your sentence has multiple parts, if you have a ton of commas, a lot of those can simply be replaced with a full stop. And not only will it make your writing seem more optimized, it will actually make the readability that much more enjoyable. Because no one's ready, no one's on LinkedIn to read essays. People need to realize this. No one logs into LinkedIn in the morning and is ready to read an essay or to read a freaking book. If people wanted to read books, they're logging off. They're taking a glass of coffee, water, juice, whatever. They're going in their little nook in their living room or on their balcony, and they're going to take that book and they're going to read. They're not doing that on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, it's all about that quick value. It's all about quick nuggets of information that people can consume and they move on with their day. So chopping up your sentences into smaller pieces is a really big one. Therefore, it immediately applies to line length. On LinkedIn, whenever you see paragraphs, it looks like walls of text. And walls of text, it's funny because the word says it. It's a wall. Like, it feels you're guarding something. Something is hiding behind it. I need to either destroy that wall, bring that wall down in order to get to the information that you're hiding behind it, right? Or I simply cannot see behind the wall just because it is a huge block that is not consumable in an instant. But if you chop it up into smaller pieces and you turn one block of text into several lines with white spaces in between, and you draw attention to certain things, and you even have like a one word in one line, like look, that could be a line in and of itself. Look. And then you start off with something else. That line that says, look, it draws so much attention. It breaks apart the post, the part one into parts 1 and 2, and it lets you know what's coming is important. But if you simply hide it in a paragraph and it says, look, 3 dots, it's not the same effect. So yeah, chopping it up and really making sure that your text is visually pleasing on the eyes, that would be, I would say, in 2023, one of the biggest things to pay attention to when it comes to your LinkedIn copy, when it comes to your LinkedIn posts.